Hi everyone, so I wanted to film a tag for you guys. This is a really cool tag because I've never seen anything like this as far as tags go. The $20 makeup challenge was probably the hardest challenge I think that the cruelty-free people who shop cruelty-free have seen, but it's still possible. That being said, this tag is right up our alley. It may not be for everybody, but it's a cool tag and will help get some cruelty-free makeup knowledge out there. So first off, this tag was started by Lauren Day Makeup. She's thinking about doing beauty videos but doesn't have a channel yet. And she asked NYC Georgette, who does do beauty videos, if she would like to kick the tag off. So anyways, NYC Georgette tagged me and a few other beauty gurus to get the ball rolling on this tag. So anyways, I would like to begin by tagging Veggie Beauty, the owner of Pumpkin and Poppy Cosmetics. I'd also like to tag Nika Pirouette Makeup, the owner of Pirouette Brushes. I'd like to tag Barbie Deluxe. She's a fantastic freelance makeup artist who does beauty videos for YouTube on occasion. And Animal Peace Project, who is the founder of XOXO Vegan, if she would like to go ahead and do this tag as well. If you are interested in purchasing cruelty-free makeup, or you have an abundance of cruelty-free knowledge and can really contribute to this tag, I'd say go for it. If you are not so sure, but this seems like something you want to do, I would say give it a go, absolutely. But just on a side note, when you're naming off brands that you like that are cruelty-free, I really would not refer to the PETA list, just because they have a tendency to not research ingredients or third-party testing. Leaping Bunny, in my opinion, is not perfection, but it's one of the most perfect lists out there, if that makes any sense. Just on a side note, when you're looking at Leaping Bunny, now people view this different ways. The little purple square next to the brands that test, the brands that don't test, that little purple square means the parent company does. Now people view this in different ways. They either view it to mean that, you know, by buying from that brand, let's say for instance the Body Shop is owned by L'Oreal, they think by buying from the Body Shop they're letting L'Oreal know that they'll buy from L'Oreal once they go cruelty free and stay there. So personally, I don't buy from the Body Shop. My logic is that the money ends up in L'Oreal's pocket at the end of the day. So my logic is no third-party testing means cruelty-free to me, but we all have different standards of cruelty-free, what we define as cruelty-free. However, I think the true definition would at the very least be does not directly test on animals. L'Oreal, Essie, Maybelline, CoverGirl, Makeup Forever, MAC, NARS. There's a plethora of other brands that do tests. Now, people don't always think Bath and Body Works or Philosophy tests, but they do third-party tests, so in my opinion, they're not a safe brand for me to buy from. So once again, we just all have different philosophies on what level of cruelty-free we want to be. So everybody who does this tag might have a different take on it, but this is my take. I tend to not want to ever be preachy when it comes to brands I don't buy from on my channel. I prefer to list the do's over the don'ts, because I know that there's a lot of people who still enjoy buying from certain brands, and I'm not really here to shame anybody. I'm just being me, and this is my channel, and I just want it, you know, makeup to be fun. So that kind of goes into the first question. You know, it's a great positive one. What is your favorite cruelty-free brand? This is so hard to narrow it down, but what I use on a daily basis is Yes To, because I use it for my cleanser, my shampoo, my conditioner, my makeup remover. I love Yes To blueberries. I love Yes To cucumbers. I've used a little bit of Yes to Tomatoes here and there, which is actually also very nice. That's more of the exfoliation line. It doesn't smell like tomato soup or anything like that. It actually smells like watermelon. So I'm not quite sure why they don't call it Yes to Watermelon, but if you read the ingredients on there, you'll see there's watermelon in it. So Yes to Cute Carrots is definitely more soothing on that scale in the Yes to line. But the thing about Yes to Carrots, I think they definitely use honey. So if you're a vegetarian or you prefer or you don't mind using a lot of vegetarian products, then you can go for that. But I like the Yes to Cucumbers and blueberries just fine, so I go for those. The next question is, what brand did you love before you found out it wasn't cruelty free? And unfortunately, I have to throw MAC on the stove with this one. I used to absolutely love MAC. It made sense to me that they would be what it claimed to be, just because I never really looked at like lists and stuff like that before I found out brands were capable of lying or getting delisted. But MAC used to be my go-to brand. If you watched my channel in my earlier time that I began on YouTube, I still have some of those videos up for the sake of people who enjoy watching them, and you can't make everyone go vegan to begin with, so I fully acknowledge that. Also, there's the Back to MAC program, and they do that kids charity fund every Christmas, so I really thought they were a brand that would not test. So anyways, I'm well aware that they're not cruelty free. I know I get some emails from time to time about my use of MAC in videos, and I'm well aware that I still have MAC videos up, so I just keep those up because I did put a lot of time and effort into them, and they're my work. I've taken a lot of them down, and I kind of just stopped taking them down because it's my channel. I wanted to be a little tenacious here, and it was upsetting subscribers who had favorited certain videos. So I kind of did not like revoking anything that had been in anyone's favorite list, so I kind of just decided to leave it the way it is and let the past be the past. If you read what I wrote on my front page of my channel, I know not a lot of people really visit the front page of anyone's channel, but it says everything is cruelty free to the best of my knowledge at time of filming, yada yada yada, and furthermore that new videos reflect the way I'm thinking now and old videos may not. So that's just that little note. If you see anything like Urban Decay, MAC, or anything like that in future video, well, you won't see it in future videos, but you'll see it in past videos. The next question is, what is a cruelty-free drugstore brand that you like? So anyways, I decided to go ahead and incorporate a little bit of more cruelty-free knowledge within this question, because I think that's kind of what this tag is about. But anyways, it would definitely be Wet n Wild, who's owned by Marquins. I know it's more of a vegetarian brand than a vegan brand, and I know somebody's going to mention that it's manufactured in China, but it's not manufactured to be sold in China. So on a technicality, it's manufactured to be sold in the US. It does not have to test on animals, if that makes any sense. The little technicality just makes it acceptable for use for vegetarians or vegans if they wish. There are certain Wet n Wild products that are vegan. Once you get the hang of ingredients, you realize you can just eyeball colors and be like, that's vegan. Greens, blues, those have a tendency to be vegan. White eyeshadows have a tendency to be vegan. It's anything that tends to be bronzy, anything super slick or super wet or super creamy has a tendency to have lanolin or milk or anything like that in there. The Wet n Wild Mega Stays are vegan. They're super dry and matte though. They're beautiful colors though. I absolutely love them. I don't know if the Mega Shields are vegan just because they're so glossy and greasy, and they're not really disclaiming the ingredients in them. I can't find it, so if anybody knows where those ingredients are, go ahead and let me know. The next question is, have you found cruelty-free nail lacquers that you like? And the answer is yes. Zoya is my go-to brand, hands down. And the reason being is because I love the colors, the site's easy to navigate, they have new collections that aren't gimmicky. The collections do last for a while, so you get a chance to grab those. If you can't afford them right away, no big deal. Also, what I like about them, they offer pro discounts. So if you're eligible for that, definitely grab that because it's half off. I'm currently wearing Malia from Zoya. It's a little chipped, but the best way to revive a manicure is not to go over it with that polish. Don't do that because then your nails just look clumpy, dumpy, chumpy, and you gotta have more to remove when it's time to remove it. So what I like to do is revitalize it with a nail top coat. I like the Jordana ones. Those are great, and they're $1.99. So yeah, I have found cruelty-free nail lacquers. Have you found a perfume that is cruelty-free? I don't really go out of my way to look for perfume. I hate perfume. I had a teacher in college that was allergic to perfume, and so we were kind of banned from wearing it. Not that I was ever into it before. I have people in my family that are very sensitive to smell, and just when they're around people with perfume, it's offensive, and I can relate. I've had to be near people that are offensively drenched in cologne and perfume, and it is quite rude to have to smell that. So what I prefer are lotions, you know, body washes, stuff that's more personable, that the whole world isn't going to smell. I also love essential oils. They're not harsh or nasty on the skin. I'm allergic to most perfumes too anyways. If I open up a magazine and it's riddled with perfume samples, I'm going through the whole thing tearing it out before I read the magazine, or I'll have rashes up my arms. So I hate perfume really. I really like the essential oils by Pumpkin and Poppy. Pele is my favorite. This is so amazing. One fun thing to know about essential oils is you tend to enjoy the scents that your body is lacking. You tend to enjoy the scents that your body needs and is craving. If you're a person who's really stressed out, you probably really love lavender. So just like on a side note, when it comes to trying to pick perfumes that are gonna go with your chemistry and ease your mind, that's really the route to go. Now, I love going on vacation. I love leaving town. I love seeing new things. So for some weird reason, I really love Pele. I have good memories of Hawaii. It just smells like coconut, and I love coconut. So this is amazing. The next question is, what made you want to be a user of cruelty-free products, and how did you obtain cruelty-free knowledge? Well, I have been involved with vegetarianism since I was a 12-year-old kid, and when I got, you know, older, online and stuff like that, even before then, you know, I acknowledged that milk and eggs were an animal product. I don't like eggs. I think they stink. So eventually I did know that I wanted those things to leave my diet at some point when I was younger. I think they definitely would have, but when I was younger, I was told that that was way too advanced, way too far. So I kind of left it out of sight, out of mind for a while. A couple years ago when I got online and I found out that there was, you know, kind of re-sparked my interest in veganism and put it back into my memory, and got to talking to some vegans online and finding out some, you know, great things to eat, and it inspired me and I wanted to go vegan, especially after watching Earthlings. Anyways, that said, if you watch that movie, I just don't really see how you could conscientiously eat meat, eggs, dairy the same way. But that's just me. The mindset of a vegetarian, vegan is just, you know, we can't really use things that have been tested on animals. We can't really use animal products without thinking about it, so it becomes miserable. And that's really why we don't feel deprived, because we can't go through using those things without thinking about that. I know NYC Georgette mentioned that in a couple of her recent videos, and it's true. And so, yeah, and it just got me to researching cruelty-free products and really wanting to know the ins and the outs of it, because brands are lying. and I really wanted to get to the bottom of it. I know a lot of people feel that some vegans have the all or nothing mentality, and I think every little bit helps. You know, there are people who buy cruelty-free products that eat meat, and there are people who don't eat meat and buy L'Oreal, and then there's people who don't eat meat and don't buy L'Oreal. It's not an all or nothing in my book. It's really just every little bit helps. That's really it. And if you think that, you know, donating here helps, yes, it does, absolutely. So don't feel like you have to give everything up if you're interested in the lifestyle. If there's a cruelty-free or vegan option and over a brand that tests, yeah, go for it. Every little bit helps in my book. The next question is, do you eat meat? My answer is no. I eat a vegan diet, strict one. No honey, no eggs, no animal byproducts, none of that stuff. Now, I try my best to avoid all sugars. I will buy packaged things if they're vegan. But yeah, aside from that, as long as it doesn't use animals, I will eat it. And the last question is, what is your favorite fruit or veggie? I'm going to say cucumbers because it's a fruit that commonly gets mistaken as a veggie, and I just love it with chili on it. I think it's like the best thing ever, but I love all fruit with chili on it. So jicama, watermelon, the whole thing. So I hope you enjoyed the cruelty-free tag, and thanks so much for watching.